What's up, YouTube? This is Colton from North Eclipse. Just wanted to share some replays with you. I'm almost at 5,200 with Sparky this season. Um, but I just wanted to share kind of the poor sports that Nova are. This guy popped into our clan trying to recruit players. It's just Nova up to the same dirty tricks that they like to be up to. You can see he's taunting us that they're the number one clan in Canada. I think we won 4 or 5 seasons straight, so they won once, and they're liking to rub it in right now. But yeah, as you can see by Come Join Us, they're trying to recruit our players from our clan, which I think is a pretty dirty move. So anyone who watches this, just don't join Nova. Join any other clan because they're really just a bunch of cheaters, bunch of win traders, and win. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get back to Clash Royale here. As you can see in a second here, I am sitting at 5189. So far this season, there is 5 days left, so I still got quite a bit of time to break 5,200, which was kind of my goal. I had barely broken 5K before, so an extra almost 200 trophies is pretty nice. So I'm pretty happy with what's going on so far. What I want to show you guys though is this is the deck I've been using. I was tilting over and over again, getting really angry, and then I changed out my elite barbs for Goblin Gang, and I have been on a hot streak, and it's been really nice. I've had to beat some really good members. So what I want to do now is maybe I'll just share a few replays. There's a couple I was really proud of. Maybe I'll just start with this one here. We used to be in Synergy, so this is RX Bandit from our old sister clan Synergy. He's a level 13. So I'm just kind of going to do things in normal time, what I'm thinking. I like to just put a naked hog and see what they have. I'm usually hovering zap in case it's a skeleton army or skeletons. But other than that, I probably wouldn't use zap. I noticed the archers were going to time really well with the fire spirit, so I could put my princess down. I kind of panic here. I put down my goblins and I put down my fire spirits, trying to keep my princess alive. But he has a good log and kind of finishes everything off. But I know I'm way ahead on elixir right now. He's done a little bit of damage, so now's my time. Now's my time to do a good Sparky push. So I place my Sparky at the back, trying to build up a push. And what do I do here now? I was already ahead in elixir, and he lightning my Sparky, which he might think is a really good idea, and he might think he's going to finish off my Sparky with those archers, but I have a lot more elixir than him right now, so I'm able to put down my hog to tank for the Sparky, as well as my gang, just to finish things off. And there's just a spam of troops right now, and it's going to be really hard for him to stop. In case there was something like minions, I did put my fire spirits behind, which, as you can see, did some serious damage to his gang to keep my Sparky alive. But he logs it all right now. That's a really good log that time as well. Just had a couple good logs. So now I'm kind of focused on just defending the lead. After those those fire spirits get out of range, I know my goblins that only cost 2 elixir can do a pretty big dent to his level 11 furnace there. So I put them down, take out a good 3/4 of it. So there's probably he's not going to get much. So I just put my gang down just to clean up that. And now I'm still kind of just focused on defending here. Put my Sparky at the back. He does his hog. I do a bad tornado here. Ever since they changed the tornado, um, I sometimes get the wrong placement. As you can see, I said oops. I was supposed to be one more tile to the left. So I kind of screwed myself over there. There's a lot going on here. I decided to place my on hog on that. I'm ahead on elixir, so I'm kind of at a point where I can just spread out my troops and kind of spam them around the area, and it's going to be a lot for him to try to stop. And that's kind of what I do. I do my gang over there. I do my fire spirits over here. I do my princess here. Here's another good log. My fire spirits clean up the gang. And I would have just shot the princess. But you have to have good timing tornadoes. You really have to pick your time for when you want to use those tornadoes. And I was able to get another Sparky shot off on the tower. I placed my gang here just to take out the hog, and I think I placed my fire spirits on the archers. And I do put down my hog just to tank the fire spirits that I thought were gonna end up coming. So I'm doing all right now. That's gonna be a high quality log right there. I'm not too worried about those. Luckily, my princess survives. I do a tornado, and I do my goblins, which turns out to be a really good call because I took out his whole push, and I'm able to put down a hog to tank for the buildings and stuff, and then my goblins are able to survive, and it's wide enough that he can't defend everything. So that was a good win against Synergy. It was a good battle by RX Bandit, but I was able to come out with the W. All right. Everyone has said my deck is very difficult to counter air. It is actually a lot better since I put the gang in there instead of elite barbs, because elite barbs aren't as good as they were, and everyone kind of has stuff in their deck to counter them. We just put down our troops at the exact same time here. So I kind of panicked with the zap, and it actually turned out to be like a perfectly placed zap because it delays the horde enough time to pretty much completely miss my hog. So I'm able to get I think I only got 2 swings off, but for the price of a zap, I took no damage. And I did pretty good here. I placed my goblins down there, which was probably a mistake. I probably should have put my gang down right away on his gang. I could have done fire spirits here, but I decided I just wanted to save elixir. He puts down a pump, and I really don't have many answers for pump, so I just decided to do a hog fire spirit push. And he puts down a really offensive giant. So I do pretty good at taking out that. And then he has arrows, which are really going to be trouble for me. Tornado, I like to tornado the balloon back. So I'm still ahead, but I don't have as big a lead as I probably would have wanted. Again, this is another level 13 here. I decided to do a Sparky. It's a really risky move. He could zap me, but I haven't seen a zap yet, I don't believe. So I'm able to take out the giant here, and then I think I'm able to tornado away. Get some of the minion horde in there. It turns out to just be a whole mess. My Sparky dies, and my fire spirits do nothing. He's able to take out my tower. So now I just need to stop him from completely destroying me. But I got the gang for his gang, so I'm definitely behind, but turn this into a little bit of a counter push. Hog's able to get 1 swing off, which isn't the greatest. So now I put down my goblins, which was a bad move, to be honest. Should have put down my princess and then my goblins. But I was able to make this work and stop him a little bit, but he is going to get some serious damage here. Again, when I got a couple goblins coming like this, I like to put down a hog just to tank for it. You couldn't really see that, but when the hog's going and I place princess at the back, if I see a horde, I know if my princess is going to hit the horde, a zap will finish off the horde. And that's exactly what happens here, and I'm able to get a decent amount of damage there. So we're sitting around the same. Either it's going to be a 3 crown or I'm going to win 2-1 here. My gang's going gangbusters. I don't have much I can do. I put down a princess just to help. Again, I do an offensive hog, and then I have a zap, which is a little... It wasn't the best zap. I probably should have either zapped the gang or I should have zapped the horde, kind of one or the other here. Here I put down my goblins and I tornado, and I put down my princess and my gang. I'm just trying to stop the giant from 3 crowning me, because it's a max giant and it has some pretty heavy fists. So I put down my hog and I pair it with a zap. And bada bing, bada boom. There goes the win. 2 games to 1. So this guy put me to sleep. Pun totally intended. Yeah. So one more replay I wanted to show you. I played Kings of Iran, Mr. Goblin, and he has all max troops except his Fireball is 10, and his Ice Wizard is only level 3. But he's a level 12, so we have similar level cards, I guess, for the most part. I wish him good luck. I can tell he's a nice guy just from that. There's a lot of players that aren't so nice. Usually they have Nova in their name. I put down my hog, and he counters it just with the knight, which I don't think is the best move, to be honest. Because my Sparky will now finish off the knight, and I can usually get a counter push. But he does surprise me here, and he puts down the Fire Spirits totally caught me off guard behind the Elite Barb, so I don't play this the best. I put down my gang when I really should have put down Zap, probably Zap and Gang or Zap and Fires. I should have done something else. But in the heat of the moment, I put down my gang, and then I'm kind of in a panic mode here. I put down my Fire Spirits, and he's going to do some serious damage there. And I decided to put down my goblins, which means I left my Sparky completely naked, which you never want to do. But luckily, he decides to counter it just with an Ice Wizard. So I see this as an opportunity. If he just with that placement, I thought that's odd that he'd do that to the side. He must just be wanting to absorb a Sparky shot and hoping the Sparky will die. So I decided to tornado to the tower, so I'm able to get a really good Sparky shot off, and he is surprised with that. And it was a risky move, to be honest, for me to do that, because it could have easily gone wrong if my timing wasn't absolutely perfect. And I don't really have much elixir to defend, so the knight just goes away. So my plan right now is to just kind of defend and split the damage he's going to do between the 2 towers. So hopefully I can finish him off like 1 tower to 0 or something, kind of my plan. He is pretty high on elixir right now. I put down a hog. And he does a weird push here. So I do my goblins, and then I do Fire Spirits, and then I do my gang. So a lot of cheap troops that work pretty well. This is a weird move here, but it worked pretty good. Princess takes out that, and I just don't want to take that same kind of damage from the knight. So it's a bad elixir trade, but I felt like it wasn't the worst move in the world. And now with that fireball, I figure he's not really at any sort of advantage right now. So I place my Sparky at the back. He does his Elite Barbs. I do Goblins and Fire Spirits. If I had less elixir, I probably would have played it a little less safe and done Goblins right in the center. and then a offensive hog in front of the Sparky. Now here I'm just able to spam them with troops, lump them all together, and kind of throw a whole bunch of stuff down that's going to be hard for him to stop. And my Sparky's able to lock onto elite barbs, and my hog's able to finish off the tower. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys for the most part. Again, I put down my gang here, and I tornado him out of the way. And even if he gets rid of my gang, I have the goblins to back it up. It's nice to have a plan B. And he gives me a well played, which is really nice of him. So I'm happy with those 3 battles. It got me to my personal best, and hopefully I break 5,200. I'm like 11 cups away or something. Hopefully I'm there pretty quick. Yeah, right now I'm at 5189. So I'm pretty excited. So message to everyone who's watching: just don't join a Nova clan because they are garbage. All right, later guys. Take care. Hope you liked the video. Clash on.